Yeah, I want to thank the Pinstripe Bowl. You know, this will be a week full of memories for our guys. They'll have for the rest of their life. Even to be in the Yankees locker room, Aaron Boone allowed me to use his office. Just iconic to walk by and see all the Yankees where they've signed the wall, to see the rings. It's just that in and of itself is amazing. So I want to thank the Pinstripe Bowl. I want to thank the New York Yankees. They've been awesome all week. I want to thank Bad Boy Mowers. This is the first time a lot of our guys have done this in great events. Even to see the 9/11 Memorial Museum as a team together was something I thought brought our team together. So grateful to all of them. Grateful to Dr. Gold and Troy Dannon and really all the staff and people. This was a big endeavor. Our staff worked really, really hard to put this together and come into a bowl game. There wasn't really a manual about how to do a bowl game because we haven't been to one in a long time. And to be honest, they worked tirelessly to get it done. And then finally, I'm just grateful to our players, our seniors. A lot of times we talk about who's not playing or who decided to leave, and I'm grateful for the guys who played. I'm grateful for the guys who stayed. I told Ty Robinson, hey, I don't think I'd play. I think he should be a first or second round pick. And he was like, I didn't do all this to not play. And so that's, in a world where some guys don't want to do it, those guys wanted to do it, and they wanted to be here, and we wanted to play, and we wanted to play well. I'll probably get a little bit emotional saying this, so please forgive me, but Ramier has never allowed anyone really to know what happened to him this year. But a year ago, he got hurt and missed the whole season. And I sat there with him in my office, as he wept, and the opportunity came to come back this year, and he decided to come back with really no guarantees. His mom was really, really sick for the whole season. I asked him to go home. President Gold intervened and got us in contact with doctors here that were taking care of his mom as she was preparing for hospice. And I asked Ramier to go home, and he wouldn't go home. He had to play that game. He had to stay here with his teammates. Went home on the bye week. Asked me not just to tell anyone. He didn't want to be a distraction. Only let Emmett know. And they lost his mom. He lost his mom in November. And, those are the kids that got me into coaching. Those are the men that keep me in coaching. And he's awesome. And so for him to go out there and do that today, for him to have that run, for us to have to get him out of the stands, to get him to accept the MVP trophy. It was never about him. So you forgive me for that. But I told him I was going to share that because it's never been about him. He loved his mother. He lost his mother, and he cares about this team. I think this is a fitting end for him. So I hope he wears his pads home on the subway and goes to his apartment, takes that MVP trophy, and takes it out tonight somewhere. So with that was long. I'm sorry, but I love that kid. I love those seniors, and I'm grateful for them. So with that, I'll take your questions.
There was a lot of things that happened in this game. This was a full football game. Sorry. Sam McKeown with the Omaha World Herald. There's a lot of things that happened in this game. It was a full football game. When you think about, why you won it, what do you feel like the determining factor was given everything that happened?
Yeah, I think in a game where you turn the ball over twice, you're probably not going to win the game in the first half. But the times where we didn't turn the ball over, we scored the other two drives. I thought we were able to up front. They weren't really able to get any pressure. We were able to protect. We were able to get the ball out. We the field was wet down that one end, so we weren't able to ever win on the deep ball. We started hitting some crossers. I thought the defense played really well. We couldn't really get off the field on third down. Credit to their quarterback; they had a good plan. But we made some key fourth down stops, and we made the plays you need to make. And I had the sack fumble, like I said, the fourth down stops. We were in significant control of the game, and obviously they came back. And I was fired up for our offense. It was the first time the offense took the ball and said enough's enough, and it went down the field. Dylan pulled the ball twice on that drive, which is what quarterbacks are supposed to do. They're supposed to go make game-winning plays. And then we ran power, and there's Ty Robinson, a D tackle, goes over there, old school football. And I hope Nebraska fans are fired up. We won the game in the I formation, ran power, and Ramier did a great play. So we made the plays you need to make, Sam. I felt like to win the game. There's obviously a lot to probably correct, but that was the last game of the year, so I can enjoy it.
Coach Dan Rubin from BCEagles.com. Just how does a game like this kind of sharpen your team even moving forward into the offseason, into spring, and then into next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us it's a little bit more in that we haven't ended many seasons on a win in a while, and to go to a bowl game, and you have to get used to going to the pro season. And we want to go to the college football playoff. We want to win national championships, but playing that last game, going back out on a Tuesday. We came to New York City, we had no distractions. No one was late to anything. No one missed anything. All those things are how you win, in my mind, moving forward. So it was an experience that we needed, and we played a lot of young players. I mean, Vincent Shavers was all over the field. Donovan Jones, he redshirted this year, and he played corner for half the game. And so we got some young players, some things, some experience. So I think just the mindset of, hey, we got it done in the postseason prepares us for the future. We played a lot of young players, and so now they have perspective, and this is a really good 3 or 4 weeks for us.
Hey Matt, Brian Christopherson with Husker 24/7. Can you just talk about your defense in the red zone? Obviously, the stop on the 2-yard line, and at the end of the first half, that stop you had to.
Yeah, I mean, John Butler, a first-time coordinator for us. First time calling it. I felt like it was seamless, right? There was no drop off. Obviously there's a couple players who didn't play in the game from the season, and the other guys stepped up. John did a great job. At the end of the day, Boston College did a nice job with some screens. They hit us on some screens that really hurt us. But for the most part, I thought the defense played really, really well. And down there, we were trying to make them force field goals. They only kicked 4 field goals coming into this game this season, and then they obviously missed the first one. So we felt pretty good about our opportunity to, hey, they're not going to kick a field goal. It's going to be 4 downs. We kind of knew how to address it, and John did a really good job.
Hey, Matt, Mitch Sherman from The Athletic. The block punt at the end and the 2-point score on the extra point, how do you initially assess all of that in the context of some of the stuff you've also had happen all season on special teams?
Yeah, it wasn't very good, I mean, you can't get a block punt. I didn't even see necessarily how it happened or who was wrong or right, so I have to see that. I have to go back and see that. Obviously Deshaun's on the punt team and he came off, so I really don't know if it was him or I think it looked like the replay of the Shield, so I have to do that. Go back and look at that. Just a bad snap. We've had snapping issues all year long. I think we've tried to already address that for next year. But I thought we did some good plays too. I thought we obviously the fake punt was kind of a big call, gutsy call that they've worked and executed, and then a fake field goal was probably should have just dropped back and thrown it again, but we had the numbers there. It's just the kid made a good play. So yeah, I mean, there's no secret. Like to be what we want to be next year, we have to be same defensively, probably a little better in some areas. We have to really improve on offense. And I think we're all seeing sometimes signs of what it's going to look like. And then special teams, we need a complete and total overhaul of that. We have to be better at that. And, I always put those things on my shoulders. We'll get it done. But it has not been good enough this year.
Hey, Matt, over here.
Sorry.
You're good. Jamal Banks came up with several big catches today. Just what did you like about that one-on-one matchup and the way that Dylan targeted that today?
Yeah, Boston College came out and played a lot of man, a lot of pressure, and we did a nice job of picking those pressures up. And then you need guys to win one-on-one, and Jamal was able to win, several of those plays. Had another one that obviously got called back for the hands to the face on us or whatever it was, but Jamal's another one of those guys, man. He's out there every day at practice. He's a leader. He's made that room better. If you're in that room with him, you can't say you don't know what it looks like because he's made that room better. He does everything right. And there's big catch radius. I thought he played really well. One on a slant versus man, one on a go ball versus man. Made a great one-handed catch. I think that got us going. So I appreciate him very much.
Hi, Matt. Over here, Vienna with Nebraska Unlimited. So I was just wondering, what do you have to say to all the players as a collective group, and then also all the fans that showed up today for you guys?
Yeah, the fans were awesome. They've been awesome all year, and I heard our guys early on in the first drive. They're like, hey, this is going to be a home game, and so I think that sends a message to our guys that, hey, we better play well. So I can't thank the fans enough. It was cool just being downtown, walking around and seeing people, wearing Nebraska, colors in Times Square. Very cool. And then with the players, like I said, you know what? My message to them was, the old school things of hard work, and I mean that they work, and so they're better now than they were earlier in the year. They're better now than they were 3 weeks ago, and so we have big plans. When we come back on January 20th, whatever it is, we're going to work. We're going to double down on what we've done. That's the only way to make a jump, and I think they all understand that, and I think they all have aspirations of something really special at Nebraska.
Hey, Coach. Pass rush is, affecting a quarterback takes two pieces. You got to get there, and then you also got to kind of defend on the back end. Felt like today you did that with a lot of young guys. So Vincent Shavers and Willis McGahee, and then Donovan Jones. Where does he come from? So like the way that those young guys played today, coupled with obviously Ty playing, how encouraged were you by the pass rush and what it can be going forward?
Yeah, I mean, we believe that the game's won, primarily at the line of scrimmage. You have to be able to run the ball, stop the run. You have to be able to protect and affect the passer, and so that's why they ran so many screens, because we had good rush. The quarterback, I thought, really played well. He stepped up. He ran a couple times, and as you said, we won on the back end. They were hitting us on sort of a dagger route. They hit repetitively, and John was yelling it out, and they still hit it. And then finally, we settled down and started taking that away. So those players are good players. Like we believe in them, and we believe they're just going to get better and better and better. And so it was good to get them a chance to play. Donovan was playing safety all year. The bye weeks took a couple reps at corner, and he's really taken off, I think.
So is he going to stay?
We'll see. To be honest with you, I think John just has some interchangeable pieces. Mari Sanders got in there. He's a redshirt player. Caleb Benning got in there. He redshirted. So all those kids who played, they also redshirted this year. So they've got a lot of football ahead of them.
Hey, Matt, Steve Marek with Inside Nebraska. That last Ramier Johnson run, that 4th and 1 to seal the win, what was that play call, and how do you think the offense executed that?
I didn't see the tape, so probably when I watch the tape, I'll say, we should have done this better, that better. But, there was no secret. It wasn't. It was like almost like 4th and 2. It was probably a long. They called the penalty, taking it back. So it was a little wonky out there in terms of what to do. But the guys wanted it, and they won that play. Ty comes in. Call that play. Stud right 30 hammer. It's been called that since Temple. It's our play, and I think we scored on that on the touchdown that Quentin Ives scored, and then there again Ramier at the end, and everyone has to do their job on that play to have a chance, and it was a great run. A great run. Even then, 5 points of ball security. He knew the situation. He knew 4 minute, and really good play.
Matt, obviously you know how much this program means to Dylan and his family. Just to see the elation he showed after the game. What does a game like this kind of do for his development? How do you kind of put this past year in perspective for him?
Yeah, I think he's had a great first year. Playing quarterback as a freshman in the Big Ten is not easy. And one of the things I told Dylan was, hey, you can go some places where, the team at the present moment is significantly better than all the teams around them. And then you're going to have to, maybe once a year, twice a year, make a throw to win a game. And then you're going to get drafted by probably the worst team in the NFL, and they're going to say, hey, put every game on your back. And so you look at the great players in the NFL, the Mahomes was every game that Mahomes was at Texas Tech, he had to go win the game for them to even have a chance. And so Dylan's had those opportunities this year. Hey, Dylan, for us to have a chance, you're going to have to play well. Everyone else has to do the same thing, but that last drive, for us to win the game, he had to go play well. And for him to pull the ball, the one he pulled the ball on, we'd never suspect he's going to pull it there. And has that run, gets hit, pulls the ball in the second one. Now he slid. Still just he did the things that are hard to do to win a game, and that's what I'm looking for in a quarterback. Everyone's talking right now about who should be the first pick, and I watch TV and all that stuff. Tell me the guys who do hard things to win, and that's why I want to be my quarterback. And so I was really happy for Dylan that he did that. He's gotten so much better as the year's gone on in terms of his feet, his movement, those things, and he'll have a great off season, and he'll make another huge jump. Really, the sky's the limit for him.
Marvin Chambers, 4.0 Sports Media. Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Boston College has a lot of wrinkles in their offense. I want to talk about, and can you talk about the defense playing with disciplined eyes and coming down the lane and protecting the outside?
Yeah, we knew one of the big things in this game would be if they could, they'd run the ball 60 times. They have a tremendous run game. And I thought we did a good job of that early on. Obviously, as I said, the screens hurt us. The deep in cut hurt us. But I thought our guys, to your point, did a nice job. They ran some nakeds. We made the play on. Vincent Shavers made 2 or 3 great plays on screens, getting over the top, making the tackle. Even the hustle play he made to make it 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 led to that stop. So, you're right. I mean, you have to do a lot of things really well. And then even the one that Deshaun had a chance to pick and unfortunately dropped it, that was a double move they ran on Donovan. He's a freshman. He's out there playing corner in Yankee Stadium in a bowl game, and he gets a double move and he plays it. So, the guys made the plays that you have to make. I thought they did a nice job of continuously moving the chains. We just didn't give a lot of big plays, and obviously we did a nice job in the red zone.
I know you talked about the emotions for Ramier today, but what went into the game schematically for him to have his best game of the season today?
Yeah, I mean, Ramier was banged up down the stretch, So I think since Dana's taken over, having backs who can run multiple run schemes, they have to run inside zone, outside zone, power counter. They have to be able to run those runs, but then are also viable in the passing game. That have great hands and can protect. And so Ramier's that true sub back that can do that. He can run the football. He can also get out, catch the football. Emmett's the same thing. And so, Emmett had some great plays. Ramier had some great plays. But I think the biggest thing was, we threw our way to success. We threw a lot of over routes. Once, they were defending the go ball, we got away from that, and we went to more crossing routes. Dana made a great observation. Obviously, it worked out. And the backs are a big part of that. Picking up blitzes, but also getting out and catching the ball. So he's a true dual threat, versatile tailback. Yeah, I don't even think you should say 6 and 7. Oh, that's such a miserable thought right now. Let's be positive, guys. They won a bowl game. I'm with you, but seriously, that was in our head. And again, it's not, the program's still going to do what the program's going to do moving forward. We have the right plan. We know what we're doing. The guys know what they're doing. I think the biggest thing was. We were sitting out there. Nash said it took 5 years, but I can say I'm a winner. I can finally say I'm a winner, and they're winners in everything in life. But when you go out there, they keep score, and you got to make plays. And so even as the game, I said 3 things to them yesterday. I said, hey guys, number 1, I want you to wake up excited. The bowl games are usually about who's the most excited team. Number 2. So I said, watch all these games that are happening. One team gets up, another team comes back because no one wants to play 60 minutes. They want, once they get up, they think the game's over. And I said 3, there's going to be a time in the game where, oh, here we go. And I said, double down. Enough with I'm nervous, and just say we're going to do this. And so even when they blocked the punt and ran in, it was 1-score game. I was like, we're going to find a way to get it done. And so I think that's the biggest thing is that finally they can walk off the field and say, hey, we got it done. We'll have a lot of momentum heading into the offseason. I think we're doing really well in recruiting right now. I think we're finding the right guys. And I think you see, to Sam's what he asked earlier, there's some guys on this team who are the right guys. And so we'll put the picture together really well. And I'll let you guys have the rest of the offseason to ponder what we'll look like next year. So I'm excited, though, about where we're headed. So thank you, guys. And thank you for covering us all year.